YouTube, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day so far. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 hunter exotics in the game right now. For each exotic, I'm going to be going over a build that I would be using in game, as well as some of the uses with some background gameplay. The 5 exotics we are going to be looking at for hunters in this video are the Celestial Nighthawk, the Liar's Handshake, Omnioculus, Star Eater Scales, and of course, Stompies. So without further ado, let's get right into the first exotic. The first exotic we're going to take a look at is, of course, the Celestial Nighthawk. The Celestial Nighthawk's armor perk is Hawkeye Hack, which is it modifies your heavy golden gun to fire a single high damage shot. Now this has the ability to put out some absolutely insane DPS. For example, you may have seen this used in the Scarlet Keep Strike, where you can one hit the final boss with a Celestial Nighthawk golden gun shot. And one thing to note, when you are using the Celestial Nighthawk helmet, you want to make sure you have the heavy golden gun equipped. If you do not, this will just simply not work. That is what this main use is for, is the heavy golden gun, which is the marksman. Other than that, you really don't need anything else for this build. You just need to make sure you have the heavy golden gun and you will be all set to go. Moving on to our next exotic here, we're going to be taking a look at nothing other than the Liar's Handshake. This weapon's armor perk is Cross Counter, which is using your arc melee ability or being hit by a melee attack will allow you to follow up with an extremely powerful melee counterpunch that will heal you. This is easily one of the best arc hunter exotics in the game right now, and if you pair it with a 1-2 punch shotgun as well as tractor cannon, you can put out some seriously insane damage. This build can take you into endgame activities, as you're going to be doing so much damage and healing from all the damage you're doing that it is just 100% worth it to use, and it is a lot of fun to use it on top of that. Taking a look at our subclass here, we're going to be rocking with the Gathering Storm Super. Then we're going to be rocking the Gambler's Dodge to fully get our melee ability back when we're next to enemies, which we always are going to be. Then we're going to be running Triple Jump. You can run whatever jump you want though. Combination Blow, obviously, to get our health back when we connect with that kill, as well as getting our full class ability energy back. And we're rocking Pulse Grenades, or you could rock Storm Nades if you want. For our aspects, we're going to be running Lethal Current. After dodging, your next melee attack has increased lunge range, jolts the target, and will also create a damaging aftershock. And if you defeat any jolted targets with melee, you will blind them. Then we're going to move to Flow State, which is defeating a jolted target will make you amplified. And then while you are amplified, everything will be recharging quickly. You're going to be moving fast. You're going to be more resilient while dodging, and fast reload speed. Moving on to our fragments here, we're going to be running Spark of Beacons in order to get blinding kills with a arc special weapon while you are amplified. We're going to be running Spark of Brilliance. Once you defeat a blinded target with precision damage, you will create a blinding explosion, as well as a 10 boost to your intellect. And we got Spark of Resistance. While you are surrounded by combatants, which we are always going to be, you're going to be more resistant to incoming damage. And then we're also going to get plus 10 to strength. So this is perfect for what we're going to be using this build for. And then we got Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage with a boost to resilience. So these are all perfect for what we're going to be using this build for. Everything in this subclass here synergizes incredibly well. The next exotic we're going to take a look at here is Omnioculus. Omni's armor perk is you gain a second smoke bomb charge and have damage resist while invisible. And then when you make an ally invisible, they also gain that damage resistance, and you get melee energy back. So if you hit one teammate with it, you'll get half your melee energy back. And if you hit 2, you get an entire melee energy fully restored. Omnioculus is easily one of the most useful exotics when it comes to endgame activity. If you pair this with the Well of Tenacity, you get an absolutely insane amount of damage resistance. And you could also pair this with Reaping Wellmaker to keep having Void Elemental Wells popping all the time. Taking a look at the subclass here, you'd want to use either Deadfall or Mobius Quiver. However, I prefer to use Deadfall just to get that suppression and weakening on your Deadfall shot. Then we run Gambler's Dodge to get that melee energy back if you are near an enemy while making yourself invisible with that dodge. Triple Jump, again, you can use whatever jump you want. Snare Bomb, and then I prefer to use Vortex Nades in PvE. The aspects, we're going to be running Trapper's Ambush, which activates the quick fall that allows you to go invis once hitting the ground. And if you hit an enemy, they are weakened by it. Allies are made invisible by this. This is how you make it work without having to throw it at the ground. And then you run Vanishing Step. When you dodge, you go invisible. So you can go near an enemy, dodge, get that melee energy back. For fragments here, we're going to be running Remnants to get a increase to our duration for our nade. And then we're going to run Undermining to weaken enemies when we hit them with our nade. And then we're going to be running Obscurity to get more invisibility when we do a finisher. So we're going to be invis a lot with this build. Overall, this is what I'm going to be using in probably 95% of my GMs when I'm running a hunter, as Omni is just so strong that you absolutely want to be using this when it comes to high level endgame content. Next up on our list here is the Star Eater Scales. This exotic's perk is Feast of Light, which is you gain additional super energy from orbs of power that you pick up, and then when your super is full, picking up another orb of power will overcharge your super, giving you a burst of healing when you cast it, as well as a bonus to your damage. At maximum charge, you will also gain an overshield. Star Eater Scales just allow you to have a lot more versatility in your build, and they're incredibly easy to get procced. All you got to do is put on something like Harmonic Siphon or Kinetic Siphon, or have your teammates creating orbs and wells, bubbles, all of that kind of stuff, and you're going to be picking up those Feast of Light stacks to get your max stacks, and then you're going to be putting out insane DPS. When it comes to your build, you really don't need to do too much. You just need to make sure you're using one of your higher damage supers, whether that be Gathering Storm, Blade Barrage, even Heavy Golden Gun, or the Mobius Quiver Void Tether. And last but most certainly not least on our list is, of course, Stompies. You cannot make a top 5 hunter exotic without including Stompies on your list. This is easily the most used hunter exotic in the game, as its armor perk is as follows. Hydraulic boosters, it increases sprint speed and slide distance. It improves all of your jumps, and it gives you a minus 52 airborne effectiveness. However, most weapons don't have more than 20, so you're basically just going to be at 0 the entire time, so it doesn't really matter that much. There's really no build to do with this. All you use this for is movement, whether you're running around in PvP, trying to finish a strike quick, flying around the Gambit map, or just trying to run through a raid fast. This is what you're going to have on. You're not going to be using these in endgame activities, but you're going to be using this basically anywhere else that you want. It's always fun to be fast, and whether you're satyr skating around the map or just flying around, you're going to be having a good time with these on. If you have made it to this point in the video, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, even drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are using for your hunter exotics, and let me know if you guys are excited to see what's coming in the next videos, because you know we're going to be doing this for Titan and Warlock as well. Make sure you guys come on over to the Twitch channel as well and drop a follow there. We just hit 1,300. We're on the move to 1,500. We always have a good time over there. I help people in PvP and PvE. But that is going to do it for the video today. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. And without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.